Let me tell you first off and foremost, one of the biggest lessons I learned growing up, I came out of a very abusive home. And for my life, all my teenage life and my early adult life, I used to sit and think, why did they do this to me? How could they have done this to me? I'm such a good person. And I took it on, all their abuse and all the things, the horrible things they said to me as, the reasons why my life is the way it is. Okay. Until one day I asked Spirit, I said, Spirit, why do I have to suffer? They said, because you like suffering. I said, excuse me? They said, you like suffering. You think it's your responsibility to answer the question mark of your parents' disbehavior and their abuse and their behavior. That's not the question mark you're here to answer. You're not here to solve their riddle. That's for them to do. You're here to decide what you want your life to be. And when I saw that, the spark of light came and I was like, I don't have to figure out why my dad was that way. I don't have to figure out why my stepmom was that way. I don't have to figure out why they chose to say those horrible things to me. I don't have to figure out why they chose to act that way. In fact, I'm free from recreating their life in my life so that I don't have to answer those questions by calling in the characters, the people, the events and the situations and the health decline and all these different things so I can understand why I had to go through that. I don't need to do that. And the moment I did, my whole life changed. The moment I let go of trying to solve the riddle for human suffering, solve the riddle for why people do what they do, solve the riddle of why my parents did what they did, I was free to roam. It was like that commercial, and you're free to roam around now. It was like this feeling of liberation. Now I get to decide what my life is going to be. And the moment I did that, I'm done looking backwards. And the moment I did that, new people came in my life, new relationships came in my life, money came in my life, all these opportunities came into my life. And I was able to be the Shaman Durek that I always saw myself to be, to bring the message forward into the mainstream society, being on TV shows like The Doctors, Good Morning America, being the first person to write a book and deal with like world countries that were in war and conflict, and be a shaman that can speak up and talk to the leaders, presidents and House of Parliament, and do all these things and be invited into these conversations because I not holding on to my mom telling me, my stepmom telling me, you're a failure, you're a loser, you're this, you're that, but by me telling myself what I am. Me, not I am great, but you are great. I would tell, I don't have to look in the mirror. I just simply say, you are amazing. Every time you walk in the room, people love your energy. When you're around people, you bring great healing to them. I get to decide what things myself can do by telling myself those things. And then those things don't affect you anymore.
It's so important that we tell ourselves the right stories, the right things, and we imbue ourselves with love, right? And that so many people don't.